Hello, dear students. Welcome back to our news channel. Students, today we have important news article, and these news stories are about the one is about a celebration regarding India's literary giants, and then another that shows how one sacred hill in Jharkhand is the center of a century-old cultural conflict. Okay. So let's start, students. First, we have is Gyan Peeth Award. Now, students, every year India gives out a very special award to writers and poets who have made exceptional contributions to our literature. And these awards are called Gyan Peeth Awards. Okay? And the name comes from two Sanskrit words. Jan means what? Knowledge, Gyan. And then we have Peeth. Peeth means what? Seat or a platform. So it's basically the seat of knowledge, a perfect name for an award that honors wisdom through writing. And this year we have 58th 58th Jnanpith Award. Okay, so before we come to the whole winners, like who will be awarded with, let's just understand few things regarding Jnanpith Award only. Okay. Students, Gyanpith Award, like I said, it's given to scholars. And moreover, students, these awards, uh, it is given to only those authors who have their who have given their outstanding contribution to literature in any of the 22 languages 22 languages listed in 8th schedule. Okay, so in our constitution we have schedules, certain schedules are there. Okay, and in the 8th schedule there are 22 languages mentioned. Okay, so out of these 22 languages, writers who are writing on these 22 languages only, they'll be given the Gyanpith Award. Okay, so yes, its main goal is what? To honor the literary excellence. And the award celebrates writers who have made a significant and lasting contribution to Indian literature through novels, poetry, plays, ऐसे कुछ भी हो सकता है. Okay, तो it also encourages creative writing in regional language. तो रीजनल लैंग्वेज जो होती है उसमें जो लिखते हैं उनको भी एक तरीके से कहीं ना कहीं इंकरेजमेंट मिलता है ना. एंड इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स इन प्रिजर्विंग इंडियाज लिटरेरी हेरिटेज. ओके, तो अब ये although it is being formed given by although it is being given by president, but this award Gyanpith Award is conferred by bhartiya Bharatiya Gyanpith Trust. Okay, Bharatiya Gyanpith Trust. This is a literary and cultural organization, and it was founded in the year 1944. 1944 by industrialist and philanthropist साहू शांति प्रसाद जैन. तो उन्होंने ये ज्ञानपीठ अवार्ड बनाया था. ओके, और इस ये जो ट्रस्ट है इट इज दिल्ली बेस्ड एंड इट इज पार्ट ऑफ टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया ग्रुप. ओके, सो ऑल्दो इट इज अ प्राइवेट अवार्ड, इट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रेस्टिजियस एंड लिटरेरी ऑनर्स इन इंडिया. ओके, ये बहुत ज्यादा सम्मान वाली बात होती है, बहुत ज्यादा प्रेस्टिजियस अवार्ड है ये. Okay, and the award ceremony is usually attended by eminent personalities, and it is like you can all see in the picture, it is being presented by the president of India. Okay, so selection jo process, it is also very rigorous, and uh, it is basically there are separate language advisory committees are formed. तो उसमें के बेसिस पे लैंग्वेज के अकॉर्डिंग फिर क्या है उसकी फिर खोज होती है. बहुत ज़्यादा एक लंबा प्रोसीजर है. ठीक है, उसके बाद नॉमिनेशन होता है एंड फाइनल सिलेक्शन कमिटी इज ऑल्सो देयर. ओके, जो इवेलुएट करते हैं, सारे एक्सपर्ट्स की बैकग्राउंड देखते हैं और देखते हैं उन्होंने क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है, फिर उसके बाद ज्ञानपीठ अवार्ड दिया जाता है. ओके, वन मोर थिंग स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ It's not just symbolic, but it also comes with a cash prize. Okay, so Gyanpith Award winners, they are given 11 lakh. Okay, 11 lakh cash prize, and there's also citation plaque and a bronze statue of Vagdevi. You can see here. This is the bronze statue of the goddess, and this goddess is of learning and wisdom. So this is also being given along with the cash prize and citation plaque. Okay, now let's come to the winners of this edition 50, this edition, and this time we'll be first talking about the prize given to Jagat Guru Rambhadacharya. Okay, and this is of course given at the 58th edition of Gyanpith Award on given to Sanskrit scholar. He's a Sanskrit scholar. Okay, so he's not just a poet or writer, he's also a spiritual leader who has made huge contributions to Sanskrit literature. Okay, and he has memorized the entire Ramcharitmanas and Vedas and composed poems, commentaries, and plays all in Sanskrit. Okay, now imagine, you have to imagine a blind scholar writing Sanskrit poetry and inspiring lakhs of people with his wisdom. Isn't that amazing? Yes, है ना? So, जो जगत गुरु रंभताचार्य है, उनको ऑनर करने के लिए ये अवार्ड उनको दिया गया. He is a Sanskrit scholar, poet, and spiritual leader. Okay, along with him, President also congratulate the other recipient. So Gulzar, he is a legendary Hindi poet, lyricist, and filmmaker. So unfortunately, he couldn't attend the event due to health reason. He was also given Gyanpith Award. All right, students. तो ये तो हो गया पूरा ज्ञानपीठ अवार्ड के रिगार्डिंग. नाउ लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल ऑफ द डे. For that, we move to Jharkhand, where a hill called Parasnath. Okay, this hill called Parasnath, also known as Marangburu, is at the center of a conflict between two communities. कौन सी communities के बीच में? Jains and Santhal आदिवासी. Okay, तो इनके बीच में ये conflict चल रहा है regarding this hill. अब क्या story है? See, in the Girid district of Jharkhand, there is a tall and majestic hill. The Jain community call it Parasnath. Okay, they call it Parasnath, and they believe that 20 out of 24 Jain Tirthankars, basically their spiritual teachers, attained nirvana or final liberation on this hill only. And this hill is named after Parshavnath, who was the 23rd Tirthankar. So today you will find over 40 Jain temples and dhams on this hill. Okay, so on one hand we have Jain community, जहाँ पे इनके तीर्थंकार जो 23rd तीर्थंकार है, पार्श्वनाथ, उनके नाम पे ये रखा गया है. और 24 में से जो 20 तीर्थंकार हैं, उन्होंने यहाँ पे लिबरेशन, एंड दे हैव बेसिकली अटेन निर्वाणा on this hill only. So of course this will be important for them. Then we have another community, Santhals. Santhals are one of the largest tribal communities in India, and they call the same hill Marangburu, which means the great mountain. तो जैन्स उनको बोलते हैं पारसनाथ, है ना? इसी हिल को, सेम हिल को जैन बोलते हैं पारसनाथ, वहीं पे संथाल है, वो क्या कहते हैं इसको? मरंगपुरु, which means the great mountain. So for them, for Santhals, it is the home of their supreme spiritual force. They have sacred groves, shrines, and even hold a massive tribal council meeting there. So it's their spiritual and cultural heartland. Okay, so as you can see, two communities, two belief systems, and one sacred hill. ओके, नाउ कम्स द रियल इशू। ये तो चलो बात होगी, चलो ठीक है, नेम है। इशू क्या है? सी, एवरी ईयर संथाल men they celebrate a 3 day 3 day hunting festival called Sendra. Okay, they celebrate 3 day hunting festival called Sendra. So during this time, all able-bodied men they go to the forest and hunt. So for them, it is what? It's a spiritual activity, like a test of survival and tradition. Now here's the problem. The Jain religion is strictly non-violent. Jains are vegetarian who believe in ahimsa, a non-violence to any living being. So hunting on a sacred hill where their saints attain liberation is deeply offensive to them. And this creates a huge conflict between two sets of belief. One rooted in non-violence and other in ancestral tradition. That is their tradition. And it's not new. ऐसा नहीं कि अभी हो रहा है ये. No, this conflict goes back over 100 years. So the year was 1911. Okay, 1911 का साल था. उस टाइम पे क्या हुआ? Jain community even filed a case saying that hunting shouldn't be allowed. But the court, the courts sided with the Santhas, saying that it was their customary right. Okay. Even the Privy Council, which was the highest British court. See, students, I'm talking about the case which was filed before India got independence, when Britishers were ruling over us. Okay, तो उस टाइम की बात है. तब सुप्रीम कोर्ट नहीं था. तब क्या था? हाईएस्ट जो कोर्ट था, हाईएस्ट कोर्ट कौन सा था? ब्रिटिश कोर्ट कौन सा था? प्रेवी काउंसिल. ओके, तो वहां पर ये केस फाइल किया गया. एंड इवन प्रेवी council said that this festival had been happening for centuries and could not be banned. Okay, so after independence, things became even more complicated. Why? क्योंकि 1972 जब आया, so India passed what? In 1972 was very important from the perspective of environment. It's very important year. India passed the Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, and slowly the rights of Adivasi communities like the Santals began to shrink. Even the constitution protects tribal land under the 5th schedule. ओके, जो ट्राइबल लैंड है उसको प्रोटेक्शन मिला है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. कहां पर? इट इज मेंशन्ड इन 5th शेड्यूल. सो देयर आर शेड्यूल्स. वी हैव आर्टिकल्स, वी हैव पार्ट्स. जैसे जैसे आपके बुक में होता है ना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज लाइक अ बुक ओनली. तो जैसे आपके बुक में होता है चैप्टर्स आर देयर, यू हैव पार्ट्स, सब पार्ट्स, है ना? तो वैसे ही हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में भी वी हैव पार्ट्स, वी हैव आर्टिकल्स. हर एक चैप्टर है, चैप्टर में फिर आर्टिकल्स मेंशन्ड है. जैसे पैराग्राफ होते हैं वैसे आर्टिकल्स मेंशन्ड है. तो ऐसे ही कुछ शेड्यूल्स भी हैं. जैसे कुछ कुछ टेबल होते हैं ना, तो वैसे ही आप समझ लो कि एक शेड्यूल भी मेंशन है. और उस शेड्यूल में जो 5th नंबर पर शेड्यूल है, 5th शेड्यूल, इट कंटेन्स द प्रोटेक्शन राइट्स फॉर ट्राइबल लैंड. Okay, and some of these protections were taken away from the villages near the hill because of the law that was passed in the year 1972. So coming to 2023, 23 में क्या हुआ? last year, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they issued a memo banning the sale of meat, alcohol and even eggs in a 25-kilometer radius of the hill. Now that's a big area with nearly uh, you know 99 villages. Yes, with nearly 99 villages and mostly tribal. So this ban was done to protect Jain religious sentiments, but the Santhas saw it as a violation of their rights. And then on May 3, 2024, the Jharkhand High Court told the state government to strictly enforce this ban. Now imagine this, you live in a village where your ancestors have hunted and worshipped for generations. Suddenly the government tells you that even eggs can't be served in schools. So wouldn't you feel ignored? And yet, for Jains, this land is like a temple. Shouldn't they also feel protected? So who's right? Who's wrong? That's a big dilemma. है ना? ऐसा तो नहीं कह सकते कि एक कम्युनिटी सही है, दूसरी कम्युनिटी गलत. नो, दोनों के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो this is the story, this is the uh, uh, reason behind the friction. So, this story of Parasnath or Maranguru is not just about hunting or worship. No, not at all. It's not about that. It's about how to respect differences in a diverse country like India. Okay, students. So please remember, it's not about worship or it's not about hunting. No, उसकी बात नहीं हो रही है. बात किसकी हो रही है कि हमारे इंडिया में we have diverse culture. We have multicultural society. And India is home to hundreds of languages, faiths, traditions, and communities. Sometimes, of course, their beliefs clash, but the solution is not to erase any one's culture, it is to find balance and mutual respect. Okay, so the Santals have also now filed a counter petition and they are asking the court to recognize their traditions. The situation is ongoing, and how the government handles this will tell us a lot about India's approach to diversity. Okay, students? So, both of these stories, the regarding the this hill and Gyanpith, Gyanpith Award, both of these news articles, they tell us that India is not a place of one story, but many stories, है ना? And the more we listen, the better we understand each other. Okay, so that's all for today, students. Thank you for joining me today. If you liked this episode, don't forget to share it with your classmates and tune in for the next session for more stories that matter. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and as always, Jai Hind.